Hello, and welcome back to another adventure, another trip, and we are heading to Savuti. I love Savuti, and I think it is one of the most amazing places you can visit in Botswana. And if you ever get the opportunity, you should definitely do that. It starts getting amazing, even as you can see from Mababi, and it just gets better and better all the way to Savuti. This was an amazing trip. We were just me and Heather, along with our two friends, and we had such amazing sightings on this trip, and it was just a really cool adventure. So, enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching. And just on the point of YouTube, if you can give this video a thumbs up or a like or a comment, just even by watching the first 1 minute of the video without clicking off does amazing things for the algorithm. So thank you if you've done that. And yeah, enough about that. As you can see, this is the Mababi entrance gate to the national park to Savuti. This is basically the border between Moremi, Kwai, and Chobe National Park. We took the Marsh Road. I've never driven the Cut Line or the Sand Ridge Road. I hear the Sand Ridge Road is very sandy, as its name suggests, but the Marsh Road is really a great road, and it's not long before you're entering into Savuti itself. We made it.
No breakdowns.
No breakdowns yet.
Unless we want to be next to each other. But they're newlyweds.
Did you fix the fridge?
Fridge is fixed. It has a little
It's like the balcony.
fuse in here. Special thermal fuse inside. Not so special. Broke, so I had to put a piece of copper wire inside there.
You're so handy.
And I plugged up the whole fridge now. But
KFC original. The chicken flavor. For you. I feel like a culture too that like has so many other. Oh, the baby.
Grab that thing.
What happened?
so, moving camp. We were here in the old, apparently, CV5. And we have to actually move to the new CV5. Which looks like it could be better. There's a tree there, so I'm hoping it's better. Also, they had complications with our payments, but we had all our papers, so they're going to go and check, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, we have to move camp, and then I guess it's the time for game drive.
Do you need help with it?
It's just the tents now.
Okay. It's really deep sand here.
Yeah.
Well, after finally setting ourselves up at our new campsite, CV5, the new one, we headed out on our first game drive in Savuti. Of course, check out the campsite waterhole and then moving on to Harvey's. It was amazing to see that even though it was very dry, there were 3 rainwater water holes in Harvey's with water in, and of course across the road from Harvey's is Poacher's Pan, and they had water also. But of course our favorite spot, the channel, we had to go down there and have a look. I think we love driving in the channel. I know I love driving in the channel a lot, probably more than I should drive in the channel. But these first game drives are just so important because they give you a sense, even if you don't see anything on your first game drive, it just gives you a sense of what is happening in the area. So the first game drive, you're not really looking to find anything, but just kind of get a sense of what's going on. Of course, we didn't have much time. The sun was setting already. I saw these really cool young kudu in the road. Just sometimes the simple things you can sit and watch for ages. But then it was time to head back home to camp and get dinner going. And so we headed in. There's of course a curfew at the campsite, but soon we were back in camp and getting dinner ready, which was hamburgers, which makes a nice change for us because normally we are always cooking the same thing every single night.
The meat of it, so it would be.
Where's the trash bag? Wait. We'll be eating by 9:30. Yeah.
Morning. Day morning number 1 in Savuti. Lots of lions roaring last night, as you would have heard. Gonna go see if we can find them. I don't know what the time is, but I think it's like 10 to 6.
6 minutes to 6.
6 minutes to 6. 6 minutes, so we need to get out of here.
Not so much water for me, please. Just fighting arrows.
Some wild dogs. He's moving.
Probably those big nests in that tree.
With the lions leaving the main track and heading on towards Savuti Lodge, we decided to turn our attention to other parts of the Savuti area. And it wasn't long before we came across some tracks, fresh leopard tracks, and alongside them, tiny baby leopard tracks. So it was a mother and one baby walking down the road. And
What is it?
we were I was so sure we were going to see them. The tracks were so fresh, and it's just that perfect time in the morning. But unfortunately, their tracks weren't maybe as fresh or as I had hoped they were. But here I am. Sometimes the tracks leave the road as they cut across. But I could see the tracks from where in the vehicle. But I wanted to see whether she actually walked up to the tree. But she didn't. She just walked straight past it. Of course, I checked for the leopard in the tree before I looked at the footprints. But I wanted to see what she did when she got to the tree. Did she just walk around the tree, or did she go up the tree and then come down the tree? So this was what this was all about. But it was interesting. So at that point, where I'm tracking her there, she's carrying the baby leopard, so the tracks are no longer together. You just got the mother track with the by itself. So at first we had found the mother and the baby tracks going next to it, and then she's picked up the baby in her mouth and she's carrying it, which is so cool to see. This is the second time we found leopard tracks like that. The other time was in the Kalahari, which was really cool. But again, I think mothers with babies, they are so secretive, and your chances of finding a mother leopard carrying her baby is like super rare. This is Marabou Pan, the stretch point, and of course one of our favorite spots for coffee, and that's what we did here.
What did you see today?
Lots of tracks. Looking for the lions, as you'll see. Marabou Pan. Picnic spots here at Marabou. Make some coffee. I think after this, Austin will go away to Rhino, through the marsh.
Yeah. I think we'll move around here just a bit, just to see if they're close, and then head across.
That's what we're doing.
Gotta get the pour.
Always have to get the pour. Always.
You don't like it.
Let me touch you.
Leave him.
And they're not much muffin like.
There's nothing like Heather's muffin.
It's very sad actually. She felt bad about herself.
Everything together. We didn't really have friends or like you have people. Austin, do you see the bird?
I've always been like, it doesn't.
Wait.
We were just talking.
He's behind you. He's gonna pass.
To me, like, mercy's the most important thing. Like, neither one is wrong. But it's like, am I going to be with a justice person over like a mercy person who probably would butt heads? Like, and when he says something, I go, Damn.
Steps that when tied together create a feeling or a story of what has happened. Booty.
A long but quiet game drive found us heading back to camp later than we would have liked. It was already really hot, and I think all of us were pretty hungry. So time to prepare. Is it a breakfast or is it a lunch? but whatever it is, it was food. And as you can see, look how sandy the campsite is. I cannot believe, by the way, this is campsite CV5, the new one, and it's quite a nice campsite. It's got a big tree in it.
And basically, he was on that line.
We gotta take a big picture.
Okay, so then I was just like,
Is it? Oh, I got horizontal. The dream.
Well, yeah, because she's gonna get views this way.
And I just put my chapstick on too.
Heather's like, Carla.
I don't know what you want from me.
Rude. It is so rude. She's hiding me from her friends. Right.
The cop. I know. They did though.
They did.
To the left side is the Boha sites. Here.
I thought Garrett was like,
It is.
I love them.
I'll get on the roof.
Means there's probably lions on the water.
Yes,
I've never got one. Back up.
Yeah.
What's that? I've had 2 drinks. You'll hear some Spanish.
Well done.
Well done for spotting those tracks, though.
No, she's filming.
Don't say they're filming.
Oh, they're so cute. That eyes. Like they know their like bloody history.
Okay.
Oh, I see the baby.
Did you close your eyes? He heard you, baby.
We'll deal with this.
He's going to walk up to that road up on the top.
Just wait for it.
Is there a slight dimple? Is that just this?
It's not a big ouchie, so it's not a big walking gingerly.
That was so beautiful.
It was like, you can't flirt with me.
He tried to stifle
I'm
me.
trying to stifle her. She cannot be stifled.
They're gonna push him. I think they're blocking this. He's dusty on his feet. Looks like Austin's toes.
He's walking.
Yeah, he's walked it a bit. Oh, shame. I don't like that.
You should lie down.
He's not gonna
He's going to go
guys.
back into the...
Yeah.
Channel.
They don't like three's a crowd. He's gonna lie down here. He might. It's so funny. Once you see them, they like stand out so much.
Cut off here.
Oh, he's spoken.
Marking its territory.
Yeah.
The South African geese has his window up. What a muppet. Now he's gonna come our way. Look at this.
We've been fortunate enough to see this male leopard a number of times here in Savuti, and it's amazing how routine he is. This was the same time, the same place as we saw him about a year ago, looping about, carrying on the same routines. And I think that would be an interesting study, just the study of routines in animals like leopards. But as more and more vehicles began to show up, we decided it was time to leave the sighting, and that's what we did. We decided to go on and see what else we could find.
I am not a Beyonce. Like, I'm a lover. I went to her concert. She should not be a voice actor. It's like, oh, I wonder if this is even
Bringing traffic lights in.
And you know, there's a picture section of cultures that are some. Sorry, none of your video footage is. Elephant shots of this much. These things kind of posture. Auto.
The sports.
Oh my goodness, adorable. Okay. People there and also saying Kiwi, South African. I'm giving it all I have. Ready? You guys ready for some cheese?
I would love some cheese.
No, that sounds amazing.
Wow, this is some sexy.
I'm here with Heather, and now she's laughing.
He told me not to laugh at it, and it made me instantly want to laugh.
We're trying to do voiceovers, and this was happening. Anyway, we had a really good afternoon drive. As you saw, amazing sighting with the leopard, and we came back to camp to have a showers. At the shower block, we met Andrew. Andrew was pretty cool.
Very cool guy.
He recognized the vehicle, which I think is amazing because it's only been in one video. So thank you for coming by and saying hello, Andrew. And also giving us some information about where the lions were. But as you can see, got back to camp. There's still some coals left over. It was time to get dinner going.
The oil's not out.
Dinner was curry,
Chickpea curry.
vegetarian chickpea curry, because one of our friends, Carly, as you've seen, is vegetarian. Now everyone knows. Vegetarians, or is it vegans? Like everyone to know that they are vegetarian or vegan.
No, vegans are way worse than vegetarians.
So we are helping them. We're helping
We'll
Carly.
tell you before she does.
Anyway, no, but it was actually a really good curry, and one that we made even on our next trip, and I think one we'll keep making. Chickpea curry is even good for non-vegetarians. Like, it's a good curry.
Do you have any hope left for this?
Well, I'll try to change the settings, so maybe it will work. It's got a card in it.
Good morning.
Morning. Fancy coffee this morning. It's our friend's anniversary.
We only make fancy for them.
Coffee made. We set off a little bit later than usual. As you can see, the sun had already risen. Well, hadn't risen, but it was light. We went via Harvey's Pan and then dropped down towards the channel and headed towards Rhino Flame. The sun was just up by the time we arrived at Rhino Flame. There were some other vehicles waiting around here, but there was nothing actually happening here. It's sometimes funny that if one vehicle parks somewhere, then a second will join it, a third will join it, and it can often look like there's something happening. But
I got excited because it seemed like they were all intensely looking at something epic.
But they weren't.
But they were not looking at anything.
They were just enjoying the sunrise. But yeah, all the trees were in blossom too, which is really cool. This is a little loop. We spent a lot of time in this little area the one time, tracking lines, and it was interesting because this road is the back road that comes from Leopard Hill to Marabou Pan. Not much goes on this road. We've seen lion tracks on here before. We've seen cheetah tracks on here before. Of course, you see a lot of elephants as they make their way towards Marabou. But this time, as we were going along, just as we approached Marabou Pan, as you can see, we spotted some lion tracks. And these lion tracks were like very fresh. We could tell that these were this morning. But they were back and forth, up and down, but they were fresh. So we were scanning the area in the direction where the tracks went because we knew they had to be close by. Here you can see I'm trying to get a sense of where these lion tracks are going because they kept crossing back and forth the road. and we decided that they'd definitely moved in hunting into the back of Marabou Pan here.
So what's the plan?
Gonna just take a park over here, scope it out.
Literally parked at Marabou stretch point where we were. We spotted the lions, and that's what sometimes parking off and just scanning. We spotted the lions out in the distance. There was actually another vehicle that had illegally driven off road to have a look at them. But these lions soon started moving towards right where we were, which was just perfect. This was the first time on this trip we spotted the marsh pride. As you recall, our last Savuti trip, we only saw the marsh pride once, and we saw one female lion at rhino flay from the marsh pride as well. So it was really nice to catch a sighting of the marsh pride. This wasn't all of them, but it was a few of them.
So the lion family was actually so cute. They were coming from like the middle of the pan, basically to the road. And then at one point, I think it's now, they start walking as a family, and the middle one gets so squished between the others. And it's so cute.
You know, look at them all bunching up.
Cuties. Oh my goodness, I love that clip.
So cute.
I can't remember how many we counted on this time. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think 5 females and 1 baby.
I think that was it. If you could count them,
Let us know.
let us know in the comments. I know we counted them at the time, but I forgot how many exactly there were. But these were like females and a few youngsters. And a little bit of a spoiler, I mean, later on we see more of the marsh pride, but more of the young males and young females, like in a separate bunch. So they seem to have got so big that they've temporarily like split up into these little groups.
Lots of young, healthy lions, though. If
Yeah.
they do become one big group again, it's going to be killer.
I think that's probably why they're not together. It's just hunting for so many lions, especially if you're just hunting like buffalo or smaller game.
Would not be enough.
Wildebeest, like one wildebeest would be nothing for this massive pride of lions. So I think probably the reason why they've split up a little bit, unless they're hunting elephants, everything else is a bit too small for a pride this size. If you're a guide or somebody who spends a lot of time in Savuti at the moment, and you know how many are in the marsh pride currently, drop a comment, let us know. And yeah, if you've ever been Savuti, you've seen either the marsh pride or the northern pride, let us know your experiences down below, because of course Savuti, which was one of the males from the northern pride, he sadly passed away more recently, which was really sad because he was
R.I.P.
he was the lion with the missing tail. So yeah, if you ever had an opportunity to see Savuti again, please let us know in the comments. The reason I'm always asking for comments is because it really helps the video also. So we like to hear what you have to say, but every time you leave a comment, it's like the best thing you could do for a video. So thanks for every single comment that you leave. Even if you just leave a comment saying, hey, we're watching from New Zealand, that's cool, and it helps push the video. But this was a really cool sighting. I think we really enjoyed the sighting. As you can see, they kind of pushed off into the bushes a bit more and kind of lay down, so we couldn't watch them for much longer. And there was also quite a few vehicles building up at this time, and as you know, when vehicles start building up, we kind of like to leave, and so that is what we did.
So somewhere along the way, this lion picked up something, and it really looks like a toupee from where we were. Looking back, it does, well, we did think that it looked like maybe a tail of a giraffe, or Initially, we thought maybe a piece of plastic, which would have been super sad. He was obviously very happy with his new hair, but if you know what it is, then we also would like to hear your suggestions. But it was a very proud moment for that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can guess what that was. It is literally a mystery. But yeah, it's cool to see like a lion just carrying a bunch of hair. Like, obviously he's a youngster, so he's just enjoying it. But yeah, as all the vehicles arrived, we went back to Marabou Pan. Hey, look, what's up?
Are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
It's windy.
Unless there's more.
Yeah.
That's like a huge part of it.
That's why the lions are
So how was your lion experience?
my hair? Like what is that? My lion experience was good. Carly?
It was really good. I woke up and they were just there.
It was good.
Happy? You
Yeah.
tracked them?
That was the
And
Marsh
now?
Pride. Now we're gonna go back to Rhino Flag.
Well, I mean,
That's so cool.
I've been across the marsh from the Marabou Pan, right across the marsh you soon arrive at Rhino Flag. And Rhino Flag was really busy. There was giraffe, impala, and of course lots and lots of elephants.
It was cool to watch these ones because this big daddy walked all the way along the path through the middle of the pan.
The big daddy elephant.
The big daddy elephant walked all along the path through the water basically to get back,
Yeah.
which he could have easily walked through the water but was like no.
And then he came and threw sand on himself.
Yeah, right next to the car actually.
But elephants are one of those things you can like watch for hours and hours.
I could watch them for hours.
They're just always doing cool things.
Cool family dynamics.
This was the Enchanted Forest, and the one time I feel like you can take a video of a giraffe.
It was beautiful.
As you know, I'm not a fan of giraffes, but that was pretty cool. And among the flowers. Name this bird in the comments and let us know what it is.
Do you know?
Yeah. And tell us a fact about it.
I love how this giraffe clip slipped through the net and you didn't delete it.
I can delete
Look
it right
how
now.
happy he
Let me
is.
delete it.
No!
Okay, I won't delete that one. Editing is a lot of work, actually. I will say that. But yeah, this is us heading back to camp. As you can see, crossing the Savuti Channel, or the dry Savuti Channel on the bridge, and heading back to camp for breakfast, which was well needed at this point.
I think it was more like lunch.
Yeah, but we had good sightings, so sometimes when you have good sightings, you end up staying out longer than you normally would. Because normally we try to get home by
11.
11
At the
is,
latest.
11 is the latest rule. We try to be back at camp because, to be honest, after 11 it's really hot. So yeah, back at camp, got the fire going to get breakfast on the go. I think this was the first time I also cooked a vegan sausage.
Don't hear that every day.
No, you don't get to cook a vegan sausage every day. But yeah,
You do it well.
get that vegan sausage in the pan. I took a lot of care over that vegan sausage. And of course, gin.
Pour a little water in
Those gold flakes in there.
So fancy.
a little cold.
Ooh. Okay.
Actually, I don't think she's gonna have.
Because the fact that you can see the camps, like when we were at number 5, you couldn't see the camps. Like the fact there was one camp behind you, I don't know which one it was.
One more water. Body. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope I didn't like hurt him.
Like squashed him.
Like the peasants we are.
Oh, look at the baby.
It's not calling.
Having caught up with the 3 local giraffes in Harvey's Pan and spent more time with them than we should have, we snooped around Harvey's Pan for a little bit longer and then decided to head back towards main camp. Right at the waterhole, we came in for a beautiful surprise, and there was this giant fat lion, and he was very fat, as you can see.
a whole wildebeest for sure.
Wildebeest.
Wildebeest.
A wildebeest. Yeah, he was a fat. We all likened him to a fat uncle at a wedding. That one drunk uncle that embarrasses everyone. He had that look about him.
He was also really bedraggled.
He was. Spoiler: we would see this guy 3 other times from now, as he progressively got less fat every single time we saw him. But this was day 1 of seeing him, and I mean, look, you can see he can barely move.
There's Garrett's.
It's not getting up.
He's like facing us again. But this is beautiful now with the water in the background.
I think that sighting really sums up Savuti. It's everything that you want to see in Savuti. Beautiful, dusty sunsets, large male lion, absolutely perfect. So we were very happy to head back to camp.
But Austin, you feeling okay? Because you said your throat.
Are you filming this? I am now. Gary, what's for dinner?
Spatchcock chicken.
Your favourite?
Just so nice.
What about the best I can give you is like plain bread, tuna, and a bit of salt.
No, but that's what I was saying. I'll put.
Are they cooking?
They are cooking.
Are they okay?
Do they look sad?
They're starting to speak.
Should we flip? Okay, bro.
This chicken is, I'm going to call it being as ready basically.
Really?
Yeah.
After a disturbed night with the elephant crashing past our tent, here we are looking at the footprints. I'll show you them later on in the daytime. We got up and got coffee going. With coffee made, we head out on our early morning game drive. As always, we pass by the main waterhole. I think anytime you go out of Savuti, it's never a bad idea to pass by the main waterhole. But we didn't stay around that area long. We started to head back towards Marabou Pan and towards Rhinoflay.
We found a guy in the bathrooms yesterday, and he took a picture of a leopard by this tree.
Alright.
And then he took it in the morning. The leopard was there. Everybody came, all the cars came. The leopard finally left. He came back in the afternoon, and the leopard was back at the tree again. So we thought worth a try.
And it's close to where we saw those mother prints
Yeah.
and baby prints.
What do you think, Austin? We check this thing again at another time also.
What's that?
We'll have to keep checking this. Maybe it is a stump. Looks like it's moving. Got it? So even on this one you can tell that kidney bean. It's like a moon shape, kind of kidney bean shape on the heel. Sign up on the top. Is it a weather station?
But it looks like somebody else was already tracking it. Circling around the stretch.
Must be.
So who should we find sleeping, snoozing at the edge of the channel but our big daddy lion from the evening before? He was still very fat and he literally did not open his eyes the whole time we were with him.
Sleeping lion.
Is it the same one as yesterday?
Same one as yesterday, I think. There he is, now you can see it. There. We kind of in a bit of a situation because we're in 4x4, but we're not in diff lock, and I think we're kind of stuck. Not proper stuck, but we need to put diff lock. And there's a lion, and you have to get outside the cars, but out in the diff lock. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh, we'll spend the day here.
Till he moves. So tired. I just going down.
By some miracle, we didn't get stuck and we were able to leave our sleeping lion. The whole time we were there, he did not open his eyes or even lift up his head. He was just like completely dead to the world.
Food coma.
A total food coma. But look at these beautiful flowers. That's just in these trees, even though everything looks so dry, still got these beautiful flowers. These kudu were cool as well. Their big ears just looking at us. As we made our way back home, we passed by one of the Harvey's water holes in Harvey's Pan, and there's this massive herd of roan, and roan are pretty cool. You don't see them very often, so it was really nice to see them. You do see them a lot more in Chobe National Park, roan and sable, but as you move north towards Moremi, Kwai, you don't see them as much.
This was my first time seeing them actually.
Yeah, they are not very common.
Their ears look like they're wearing elf hats.
It does bother.
You see the bum? It's got an M on it. Is there a McDonald's? Like I just heard it and I sat up. I'm like hearing this thing creeping and I'm like, literally my face was up against this thing and then next minute you just see this elephant walk past. Well, run past.
From their campsite.
Yeah.
I heard him in there and I was like, oh, it's fine, like whatever. And then he came obviously on your side.
So last night, sleeping, you hear this elephant tromping along, and then he came full speed, right
Stepped
past.
on the tent.
Well, he didn't, he like stepped on it a little bit. But I mean, he came through here, through these, I mean, between these two trees, there's not much space for an elephant. Like, he came crashing through here and went straight to the white box. He came all the way. He came right up to here. Then he started trying to get in the box. So we clapped at him. He went over to the fireplace, came all the way round, came back again. I mean, I don't see if you can see his footprint still. But he came back round this side. No, that's after I clapped him, he came there, and then he came back round to try again.
Rubbed himself on the trash.
Rubbed himself on the trash. He had his big willy out. So he was.
Dug up dirt over there with his front foot.
Then we clapped at him again, and he very, very slowly made his way there. I thought he was going to come back, even though when he was hanging around under the tree. But there, don't take citrus to the bush.
Did you see that picture when you were sleeping?
I always say that about my parents. Like, they were very good. They brought us here. But
And then it was like,
good. Bye.
After a lazy day in camp, listening to Heather read for us Prince Harry, which is an interesting read. If you have the time, read it, but it is very whingy. We head out and we decided to drive through the channel. The channel is very, very sandy, and at the intersections, it does not take much to end up like this, and we got proper stuck here. It just sunk, like we just sunk into the sand. There was nothing, and you can see as we dig in the sand, we might as well be on a sand dune. So we sat here digging and trying to get ourselves out. To be honest, I think one of the biggest problems was my tire pressure. My tire pressure was way too hard going into this. Of course, by the time I got stuck, it was too late. Like the minute we sunk down, it doesn't matter if you put your tire pressure low because you're stuck on your belly basically like a turtle. So actually trying to get yourself out like this is a pretty difficult job and probably quite impossible. The sand was up all around the gearbox. We were properly turtled on there. Beached is the word.
I do feel as though it was a bonding experience for all of us.
Yeah, but
and the most worst thing was we'd had afternoon showers.
Yeah, we had afternoon showers. We had got nice and clean, and then like 20 minutes down the road, managed to get stuck. And we were in quite a remote part of the channel. There's not many people out there, But fortunately, there was a big safari truck that went past, and as soon as they'd offloaded, they came back and helped us out. But before they did come out and help us, we did give it a good try and trying to get out.
No one can say we didn't try.
Apart from Carly, she sat in there. No, she did help. This is the only clip of her sitting in the car. But that didn't make any difference. This is also where the eagle-eyed among you will notice that my diff lock is not actually really working here, and that is definitely something I need to get fixed. I thought my diff lock was all working, but actually it is definitely not working.
I get out or stay?
No, I think you'll be alright, to be honest. Amazing those things.
Well, here comes our savior, and I must say this truck is an absolute beast of a truck. It is super powerful, and it must be to just cruise around Savuti carrying loads of camping equipment. So yeah, massive shout out to And Beyond. They've got like a mobile camp here in Savuti, and they came and gave us a hand, and they made really light work of it. Like,
And they were so friendly and so happy.
yeah, super friendly bunch. I mean, look at this. It doesn't even try. It just pulled us out. It didn't.
We look like a little ant compared to that
Yeah.
big monster truck.
I was really happy that this truck pulled us out, and like I wasn't towed out by somebody in a big Land Cruiser. I feel like I don't mind being towed out by anybody basically, but people in big Land Cruisers, like those really big ones.
Is that because you're jealous?
Yeah, I'm jealous, and I feel like Land Cruiser drivers, sorry to all the Land Cruiser drivers out there, but they're getting a thing on them. They're always comparing themselves to Land Rovers and being like, oh, look at us driving better than Land Rovers. Meanwhile, the Land Rovers are like 50 years old, and they just pulled out a brand new Land Cruiser. But yeah, I don't know why. I've got a thing against
like a really
Land
weird
Cruiser drivers.
detour.
Is it And Beyond?
Yeah. Shout out And Beyond.
You have to shout out And Beyond.
Thank
Yeah.
you, and beyond,
Thank you, And
David.
Beyond. David saved our bacon.
come.
I said it first. Oh, your video.
Getting the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like Kudu Hills.
Hmm. Interesting match, eh? It could be like a marsh pride.
And then here is Harvey. Which we heard them there last night. We heard them there and there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit below them.
So what happened?
Just trying to find a sign of the lions we heard all last night. So far, it seems like everyone is looking for them. We just talked to a guy from Belmont. Obviously they were near Belmont last night, near the large waterhole. So he's got more intel. But it seems like they're in the back here of Poacher's Path. So we just circling around. Video. Get those baked beans. That's it. You can actually plug it in your car and charge it from your It's just so easy. There's no complexity. None of this.
After a late breakfast and a little sit around camp and catch up and a chat, it was time to head out on our very last evening sundowner drive. and it didn't disappoint. We headed out and spent some time smooching up to Marabou Pan, where we found this lovely little herd of elephants, and they had these two twins, two little baby elephants. They were super cute, and they were running between. They were like two groups, I guess, of aunties or their mother, and they were running up and down between the two of them, and that was really cute. But they were so tiny, and quite rare, I think, to see twin elephants, like to have two baby elephants. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen twin elephants. But yeah, I think it's quite rare, and it was quite a cool sighting. After spending a little bit of time in Marabou Pan watching the elephants, we made our way over across to the channel via Rhino Flay. Nothing really was happening at Rhino Flay, so we decided to head down following the channel all the way back towards Harvey's Pan. If you follow the channel, there are many little exits, and you can exit the channel and then kind of cross over into Harvey's, depending on how soon you leave the channel. But if you leave the channel quite late, you kind of drive straight over into Harvey's, as we did here. Well, it didn't take long after exiting the channel for us to start getting a sense that there was a sighting close by. The sight of various vehicles driving around clearly showed something was happening in the area. And here it was, our big fat lion sleeping under a bush again.
So team, what did we see?
So we saw the male lion that we've seen twice. He had a really full belly the first time we saw him. The next time he was seen, I was not there. But he was resting in the channel. He has barely moved. He is exhausted. He is sat under a tree laying there. He did a big stretch. That's it. So he's a bit dull. So we're going to go and see if we can find some other things. And then we're going to have a sundowner and try him again when there's less vehicles near him. There is about, what, 4 vehicles there at the time? There's 4 vehicles, which is, you don't want to crowd the animals, so we're just going to leave it for now because he's not even doing anything, and we'll come back later.
And we couldn't get a good view anyway because the vehicles were crowding.
And when the lions lay flat, it's like you can't see much anyway.
He's got nothing to add.
Well, we decided to leave the lion to sleep a little bit and decide we would come back and check on him later. So instead we decided to head over to the main waterhole, and just behind the main waterhole, for those of you who don't know, there is a beautiful large pan, which is the perfect place to have sundowners, especially on your last night in Savuti. And so this is what we decided to do. We headed over to the main waterhole just behind the beautiful pan. I'm not quite sure what it's called. It's not Poacher's Pan, but it's quite close to Poacher's Pan. And we settled down at the back of our vehicle. There was some nice cold gin and tonics, and watch the sun go down for the last time over Savuti. A very special place and a very special trip it had been. You know, good sightings, good friends. It was absolutely perfect. After sundowners, we head over back to our lion to see what he was up to, and he did not disappoint.
Just back. He's coming right across the road.
Can I reverse?
Yeah. Let's make sure he's not running over any stumps.
Right.
Good night. Was amazing, Gareth.
That was amazing.
Everyone's in it for themselves.
Head down.
You're right there.
Yeah, that video's
Mongooses.
it was me and Gabe, and for some reason we started like grappling, like wrestling, and I was like, "What the heck is wrong with you?" He's like,
So, last day, we were off packing up. Bit of a job. But yeah, hopefully get on the road soon and do a game drive on the way.